Welcome in, everybody, to Titans Tube. My name is Justin, and this is Jake. And I guess this is our Christmas episode because it's Christmas week, everybody. So happy holidays to everyone out there. We're doing nothing. We're not singing any songs, no carols, no Santa hats, nothing. We're just sticking to our Titans gear. So sorry about that. We're not as festive as maybe other people out there are. But Jake, how are you doing? You excited for Christmas? What's going on? What kind of Titans gear are you getting this year? Obviously,
we'll see.
Right?
Yeah. I was already gifted an early Christmas exchange, the official Titans sideline beanie. So I was pretty excited about that. It doesn't work great with, the headphones and the earbuds and everything, but it looks slick. I was matching Vrabel on the sideline during that Pittsburgh game. A lot of the players had them on. Always a cool feeling, but lesser of a cool feeling when the Titans can't get out of their own way, Justin. So you mentioned that this video might be devoid of Christmas cheer. Blame our team, blame the Titans, frankly. We were talking before we came on here. We're still a little bummed out, Justin. We're still a little butthurt, but that can't get in the way of us making our picks. Justin, do I have a chance with 3 weeks left?
Oh, man, Jake. All right, so our week 15 totals. I hate to say it, Jake. I'm back. Justin is back with the picks. It's a steeper climb for you now, Jake. I went 13-3 on the picks last week. Did not get help from the Titans. Thank you, Titans. The Cardinals, and I think I had the Bucks against the Saints. So those were my undoing. Jake, you're not terrible, hanging around at 9-7 though. 9-7.
I'll take not terrible, I guess.
Yeah, not terrible, just Titans 9-7 stuff. And if the Titans don't fix their issues soon, they might also end up with 9 wins on the season. Good Lord. And what do you know it, Jake? We are on Thursday Night Football. That's always the game we start with. Should we do a first time ever start with the Titans 49ers game, or should we go last?
Why not?
Should we say that?
No, let's do it. First time for everything, Justin. Let's we can get this brief introduction out of the way.
Let's get on it here with the Titans hosting the 49ers, first game of week 16. Two teams right in the thick of the playoff race. One trending down, one trending up. The 49ers are trending up, looking good doing it. I think this team is going to be a bigger challenge than Pittsburgh was last week, and the Titans lost that game, Jake. I'm throwing my pick in. Titans rebound. Titans have got to rebound. They have no choice but to rebound, Jake. Vrabel's going to lock it in, get focused, preach about these turnovers, Vrabel. That's why we lost the Steelers game. We cannot turn the ball over against the 49ers at all and expect to win or even have a chance at the end of the game and winning. I believe it's the Christmas holiday spirit giving me some good vibes. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws here, Jake, but I'll take the Titans in a rebound reluctantly. How about you?
I said it in our recap video of the Pittsburgh Steelers game. I'm very upset. And when I am very upset with this team, Justin, I pick against them in these picks videos. I am going to take the San Francisco 49ers in this game. And it hurts my heart. And I'm with you. I'm hoping that this Christmas cheer, some sort of, voodoo magic works its way into this Titans locker room and gets them to bounce back after losing 3 out of the last 4 in, frankly, really embarrassing fashion, Justin. I truly think that, obviously Houston at home should have been a win. They had New England right where they wanted them in that first half, Justin, but missed field goals, turnovers were their undoing there. So I think that's another unnecessary loss. And then obviously Pittsburgh last week, completely brutal and unnecessary, to quote our favorite Twitter presence, Mike Herndon. Just brutal and unnecessary losses by the Titans down this stretch. And you got to wonder if it's rattling the confidence of this team. I do have faith in Mike Vrabel to turn it around, at least to get 1 or 2 wins. I don't know. The division's up for grabs, Justin. Much ado in our preview video about this, I'm sure. But I'm going to keep it short. I'm taking the 49ers to get the road win against an ailing Titans team.
Oh, Jake, I can't blame you for that take, but it still hurts to hear.
I know.
Man,
I know.
This team
sorry.
It's all right. I'm a grown adult. I'll get over it. But man, this Titans, all you got to do is hold on to the ball. Stop turning it over, and we're probably one of the best teams in the league. It's that simple. But we can't win because we can't take care of the ball. We'll see if we can get that corrected against the 49ers. Let's move on here. Merry Christmas to all. There are 2 Saturday games on this Christmas day this year. We have the Browns at the Packers. Tough times for the Browns with the COVID hit last week, Jake. We'll see who's available for them this week. Packers are undefeated at home this year, 6-0 at Lambeau Field. They are fairly locked into that 1 seed right now. They just take care of business in the NFC playoffs, are going through Lambeau Field. I'm going to take the Packers at home. I like their momentum. I like what they've been doing. Browns still struggling on offense. No, of course they didn't have Baker for that game last week. They pulled the Titans and put up 13 points, which is the Titans' favorite thing to do when they lose ball games.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that's just a tough test for Cleveland. The season is on the line, but I got to roll with the Packers just being the overall better team and look playoff ready, and they look ready to go on a Super Bowl run, though, despite a pretty big scare from the Ravens last week. I mean, that game could have gone either way at the end. But anyway, I'm taking the Packers here. I love how they're playing. Jake, you
took the words out of my mouth, Justin. This Packers team is Super Bowl ready. You heard it from me. As long as Devontae Adams doesn't go down, or Aaron Rodgers doesn't go down, or a key piece of that defense doesn't go down, I see no reason why the playoffs don't run through Green Bay. And I think this is the year Matt LaFleur can get over the hump, Justin. 0-2 in NFC title games. Tough start to his head coaching career, but you know what they say, third time's the charm, and I think this season is it for the Green Bay Packers, and I have them winning on Christmas Day over the Cleveland Browns.
All right. Let's move on to the Christmas night game. These Indianapolis Colts, Jake, will they stop winning? For the love of God, they're murdering every opponent in front of them. They are going on the road to the Arizona Cardinals, which we should feel okay about. But no, Jake, the Cardinals lost to the Detroit Lions last week. Things are just falling apart in every which way from a Titans fan perspective. Man, can the Cardinals please rally? Can they please rally and get it back together to looking like an NFC favorite, how they've looked for the majority of the season, and not lose to 1-win teams and 1-tie teams in the Detroit Lions, for that matter. They're 10-4, still in great shape to win their division. And then, I forgot. I think they still have a lead on the Rams by a game. But I mean, this team is very good, very talented. They're going to be a threat in the playoffs. But man, that was an ugly loss to the Lions. Jake, who do you got here? Can they please slow down the Colts and Jonathan Taylor and that offense? Who are you picking?
There's definitely a fan bias here, Justin. I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals to get the bounce back win at home. I actually think it's a good thing that they lost to the Lions last week instead of cruising and then maybe seeing Indianapolis as, maybe a unimportant interconference game, to get a really bad taste in their mouth a week before playing this huge game for the Titans. I mean, every Titans fan is rooting for the Cardinals on Christmas night, and I think that they deliver the Titans a Christmas present, a sorely needed Christmas present, because if the Titans can win on Thursday night and then the Cardinals win on Saturday, that's your division. That's the Merry Clinchmas, Justin. That'll get it done. The magic number is 2. And we just need the Colts to lose one more game out of their last 3, I think. I don't think the Titans have it in them to win 2 out of the last 3, the way it looks right now, Justin. So we might need just a smidge of help from our friends in Arizona, and I think we get it on Saturday night.
It's just crazy, Jake. I can't believe we have a 2-game lead in the division, and we're really desperate for some help to win the division. Just of how this team is playing. It's so sad. We don't need help, but we kind of do. I mean, gee whiz. I would love to see the Cardinals rally and bounce back here. I think I kind of agree with your take in that it might be a good thing, like a wake-up call that they lost to the Lions. And they're like, okay, let's get it in gear. Because they have a lot to play for. Of course, first and foremost, the division. Maybe the number 1 seed is out of reach for them at this point, but they got a lot to play for. So I think they're going to be hyped to put out their best football here. Hopefully they win. I'm talking them up here, Jake. But for the sake of the picks video, and also for the sake of reason and logic and looking at how these teams are playing, I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts. And it hurts me to say, look at you picking against the Titans and me picking the Colts. What's going on here? That Titans too. But man,
we are in shambles.
I mean, we're in shambles. Hopefully the Cardinals can get one over on them, but the Colts are just looking really good right now, shutting down the Patriots last week. Kind of slowed down in that second half, but then Jonathan Taylor, takes it to the house to remove any and all doubt. So Yeah, they're playing really well. I'm just going to take the Colts here. Simple as that. Let's move on to Sunday here. We got these Detroit Lions now, 2-11-1 at the Atlanta Falcons. I'll make this one short, Jake. Two teams out of the playoff race. I think the Lions, either you could look at them as that was their Super Bowl and last week, and they're just happy to win that game and make a name for their season and or leave an imprint, leave a mark on their season by taking down the Arizona Cardinals, getting something positive, kind of hang it up a little bit, look forward to the offseason, or they're loving it and they're feeling themselves and they're like, let's just keep going. Screw draft position. We can defeat the Falcons. And I think they do have it in them to defeat the Falcons if they really got up for this game. But I don't know. I'm feeling the former. I think, they're just super happy. You saw that locker room celebration and all that for the Lions. So I think the Falcons are gonna bounce back. They lost last week to the 49ers, but I think they're gonna want to end the season on a positive note here, something to build on for next season. I think the Falcons will win. I don't know. What about you?
I am going to take the Detroit Lions for exactly the reason you said, Justin. You saw that locker room. You saw Dan Campbell rallying those troops, and those guys are behind it. That was a very energetic locker room for a 2-win football team here now late in December. And you got to like kind of the momentum they're building and, stick a fork in the Atlanta Falcons. They're done coming off of kind of a season-ending loss to San Francisco. I'll take Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions here to make it interesting, Justin.
Okay. All right. I like it. Let's move on. Possibly one of the biggest matchups in the AFC here. We have the Ravens at the Bengals. What is the status of Lamar Jackson? Who is Tyler Huntley, and how did no NFL team draft him or look at him or anything? Because he's looking pretty good. He's looking fine, replacing Lamar so far. And they're on the road though against the Bengals team, putting up 15 points. It was good enough to win last week. Am I right? Who did they beat? Denver 15-10. So I don't know. That was kind of unconvincing. Are the Bengals going to make a move? I mean, this is their opportunity to snatch the AFC North title here. Jake, who you got here in this game?
I am going to issue my second challenge to the Cincinnati Bengals of the season. I remember doing this a couple weeks ago. I think when they played Pittsburgh, potentially. But it's time to be the big brother, Cincinnati. You got the Ravens at home. You got them with maybe a hobbled Lamar Jackson. Maybe you got them with the backup Tyler Huntley. But now is your time. Your opportunity is there. And for that reason, I'm going to pick the Ravens, Justin. It happens. Quintessential Bengals letdown at home. Trust me, the Bengals fan base is a tortured fan base. I still think the Bengals are 1 year away. I think they're 1 year away from being a real playoff threat. Give me the Ravens on the road in a shocker.
All right. I mean, the Ravens really took it to the Packers. They looked pretty good despite being down their MVP player in Lamar Jackson. So they're not going to go away quietly here. Let's keep it interesting, Jake. I'm going to take the Bengals. I'm going opposite of you. I really, they're 2.5-point favorites coming into this game. Being at home may help create a raucous environment there. But, yeah, I mean, it may come down at the end of the day, these late December divisional games to who's the most experienced team. Baltimore has been there before. If Lamar Jackson goes, he's been in these situations. Bengals kind of in new territory here with all their young players, obviously, particularly Joe Burrow. We'll see how he responds. I mean, every game from here on out becomes Joe Burrow's biggest NFL game of his career. So we'll see how he responds under the bright lights or in clutch time here. He did great in his 1 year claim to fame of LSU, that run where he won every single game, looked fantastic doing it, won the Heisman Trophy, won every game put in front of him. So he can respond to challenges, and he's a clutch player. So we'll see how he does. First time, playing some serious, meaningful football in December. And I'll take it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's go Joe Burrow. Yeah.
I like it.
Let's see how that game shapes out. We got another good one here in the NFC. We've got the Rams at these Minnesota Vikings, who, Jake, suddenly have found themselves in the 7th wild card spot in the NFC playoffs. They did it. It seems like it's been an uphill battle for 15 or 14 straight games for the Vikings. but they have finally done, their job of at least climbing back into the playoff picture. And, I say it every week, but this is a very talented Vikings team, and I like what they do. We've fired Mike Zimmer probably a few times. We thought Mike Zimmer, this is going to be his last season after a few losses this year, but we'll see what they can do here to wrap up the season. And you know what? I like how they're playing. I think they're going to take down the Rams at home here, Jay. Sure. Give me the Vikings. Rams, great team, but they've had some bad losses and they've looked pretty inconsistent throughout the course of the season. Last week, a 20-10 win against Seattle off of a controversial no-call pass interference doesn't really blow you away with how they've been playing lately. So I'll take the Vikings, throwing my hat in for them. How about you, Jake?
I just, I as a cardinal rule, I don't bet on Kirk Cousins, but you also don't bet against Kirk Cousins. But here, Justin, I'm going to take the layup, I think, and take the Los Angeles Rams in Minnesota. Yeah. I just think they're the better team. I think they're more quality. And talk about a tortured fan base, the Vikings, man. They're in a big spot this weekend, as you said, crawled back into the playoff picture and not getting easier this week with the Rams coming to town. I'm going to take the Rams in this one.
Yeah. I mean, Kirk Cousins in big games, you never know, going against the likes of Aaron Donald and some of those guys on defense, it could get ugly. Now that I think about it, I might regret that pick later. But yeah, I'm going to stick with it. It's all good. I'm good. I'm not worried. I was nervous. Hold up, Jake. I said Ravens-Bengals may be the premier match of the AFC, but I forgot. We have the Bills at the Patriots. Holy cow. The Bills let the season slip away from them, but they have a shot here to right their wrongs and get a win against the Patriots, who beat them a couple weeks ago in the gusty, blustery wins. I think it was an ugly, no passing for the Patriots game. 14-10 win. Patriots coming off a loss, Bills coming off a win against the Panthers, and here they go again to fight for the AFC East. I'll take Bills. I'll take Bills on the road. I think they had their moment of looking at themselves in the mirror and being like, okay, is this going to be our year or not? Okay. And here they are with another chance to take the AFC East and try to go for back-to-back AFC East titles, which is kind of crazy after the long reign of Patriots dominance. But Patriots are right back there a year later, fighting for a division title. But man, I really not sure what to expect from this game. If we have calm conditions, I know the weather was a big factor last week, so maybe if we can just have regular weather and see how these teams actually can line up and play against each other and how they're going to look, could be a different outcome here. So we'll see what's going on there. But I'll take the Bills. Sure. What about you, Jake?
I'm going to take the Pats at home, Justin. This is a very interesting, it could be a big week for me, just like the Titans, that big old lead you have can just shrink and shrink and shrink. So we'll see. I think this one is also a layup, Justin. Bill Belichick, especially coming off the loss to Indy, where I thought the Patriots would roll personally. But Bill Belichick's got that revenge of the Sith thing going on. He's going to have some galaxy brain stuff up his sleeve, playing in Foxborough for the division. Talk about a little brother trying to go after, I think the Bills' second division title, in the past, 2 decades. So, it's the Bills' opportunity, huge opportunity to go to Foxborough and knock off that big brother that was down for a year. But I don't think they do it, Justin. I got Bill Belichick and those evil, evil, evil Empire New England Patriots.
So evil. They won't go away. The Patriots shouldn't win around Christmas. Evil cannot prevail around Christmas. We'll see, though. It'll be a good one. Let's move on to a bad one. Jacksonville at the New York Jets. A, who cares? B, I'll take the Jaguars to go on the road and get a win. They're going to be, Urban Meyer's not there anymore. No more distractions. They're going to want to cash one more in the bank before the season's done, and I think this is their chance to do it. Jets, they can beat the Titans, but what else can they do? They're not impressive. I'll take the Jags. What about you, Jake?
A, who cares? B, I'm going to take the Jets,
I see what you did.
And I just think the Jags, you saw them with an opportunity, post Urban Meyer to kind of come out and show that, wow, we're going to play as a team now when they lost to the Houston Texans at home. So, I just don't think it's going to happen for the Jags this year. And I think the Jets get the win and solidify the Jags as that number one pick in the NFL draft. So give me the Jets, right. Jets, Justin.
And I think the Lions have to win, or maybe it would be the Jags. Maybe.
Jags have a half-game lead on Detroit because of the tie.
I see. Jags
or a half-game, not lead, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jags and top 5 picks is just, death taxes and top 5 picks for the Jags is guaranteed in life. Another divisional matchup here in the NFC East. We got the Giants at the Eagles. Eagles still fighting. Eagles still in it at 7-7. Yeah, I'll take the Eagles again. Short and sweet. They have way more to play for. Giants, probably need to mail it in at this point. Didn't expect much out of them at the beginning of the year, and they are who we thought they were, Jake. They're a 4-10 football team, still looking to rebuild. Probably, Daniel Jones, not the answers to that era. Sorry, guys. You guys kind of wasted the last few years trying to make him your franchise quarterback. Time to look elsewhere. The Eagles may have their guy in Jalen Hurts. We'll see. He's up and down still, but I think they get the win here, Jake. How about you?
I am also on the Eagles, short and sweet. I don't know too much about either of these teams, but even with, Saquon Barkley in the lineup for the Giants, it doesn't seem like they can get anything going, Justin. So I'm going to take the Eagles here. You said it. Tons more to fight for. That's about it.
I like it. So let's move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. Boy, Jake, 9-0 shutout last week against the Saints. The Saints are to the Bucs what the Colts were to us for years and years and years and years. They can beat anyone really, but they just cannot beat this cursed team, which is the New Orleans Saints. I mean, shocking. I think it was the second time ever Brady was shut out. First time since 2006.
Wow.
6 against the Miami Dolphins. I was a different person in 2006. That is so long ago. Anyway, Brady's pissed. They might drop 40 points in this game against the Panthers, even with all of his top weapons out. Geez, I would not want to face Tom Brady and the Bucs right now. Sorry, Panthers. Just hold on for dear life. Try to stay healthy for next season. I'm taking the Bucs. What about you?
I'm also taking the Bucs. The main kind of storyline you saw this week in Titans social media was, Ryan Tannehill can't do anything without his weapons. Look at Tom Brady, who was, beat 9-0, first shutout, like you said, since 2006 without his weapons. But I think you hit the nail on the head, Justin. Last thing you want to see across from you is a pissed off, motivated Tom Brady. And that's for sure what the Panthers are going to get this week. I also have Tampa Bay bouncing back.
All right, both got Tampa Bay there. Let's move on to the Chargers at the Texans. Once again, one team, lots to play for, heavily in the AFC playoff mix. The other team, not so much. I like the Chargers on the road here to just, take care of business. It shouldn't be too tough of a task. I mean, Titans can't take care of easy tasks, but I think the Chargers are going to be able to do it. Beat these Texans. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but my piece of analysis with this game is I'm going to think back to, as a kid growing up, I watched a lot of Boomer and TJ doing the highlights on NFL primetime, and every Chargers game would have the Arnold Schwarzenegger clip where he's on the field in San Diego and he just says, "Go Chargers, go." So that's my Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, and that is also my pick in this game, Justin. Always high quality analysis here at Titans.
Bringing out Arnold Schwarzenegger with these analysis, and it's true. Go Charge, go. Let's go. Moving on to the Bears on the road against the Seahawks. 2 teams out of it. Oh man, yeah. Just some of these picks are just, it's not worth spending all these times on breaking it down when it's meaningless at the end of the day. But I like the Seahawks to, they're at home. I think they're a better team. They gave the Rams a decent fight. Russell Wilson's still there. I'll take Seattle to win at home here. How about you?
Bears are a dumpster fire. I will also take the Seattle Seahawks. That's about it.
Love it. That's all that needs to be said about this. Yes. Here we go. Another big time AFC game. Oh, Lord have mercy. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers 7-6-1. At the Kansas City Chiefs, Jake, I can't believe it happened. The Chiefs are currently the number 1 seed in the AFC. Playoffs going through Arrowhead. These things are not changing. What were they? Like 2-4, 3-4 at one point. They have not lost since the Titans beat them and held them to 3 points. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Aaron Rodgers. Thanks, bro, for missing that one game.
I called it.
You called it. I can't. That is exactly what you called. This is going to be the thing that's going to turn their season around. And they have not lost since, Jake. You need to go on TV and start making some of these like predictions.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
But man, as much as I hate the Steelers, Jake, if they can somehow go into Arrowhead and get a win, and the Titans are able to win, and the Bills beat the Patriots, the Titans go back to the 1 seed, maybe.
Pie in the sky a little bit, but I like it. I like your thinking.
It would be nice. I'm trying to be optimistic, and maybe the Steelers can earn some forgiveness. Not really, but warm my heart a little bit after making it icy cold and salty after beating us last week. But dude, it's not going to happen. Again, I'm still salty, and I'm going to say it again. Steelers, they didn't look good. They didn't look good, and they still got away with a win. We're not impressive. I'm expecting the Chiefs to take care of business against the Steelers here, Jake. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think I trust them to be able to not drop the ball 4 times in the second half, or 3 times in the second half, 1 in the first. It doesn't matter. They're not going to drop the ball 4 times, probably. Chiefs.
Real piece of analysis. The Kansas City COVID Chiefs this week, Justin, missing Travis Kelce, I believe, for the game. Tyreek Hill also out for the game. I think they have another couple big name guys, but they are the new COVID hotspot of the league. So that could play a big factor in this game. But you said it, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I can't stand them, dude. They, Big Ben, obviously a shell of himself. We watched all that first half where he would stand in the pocket, Big Ben looking around, and the pocket's collapsing on him, and he just doesn't move. He just takes it. He can't move. He's immobile, truly immobile. Yep. And they didn't look good doing it. The Titans literally beat themselves in this game. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh to do us a favor, Justin. I like where your thinking's at with Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill out. Patrick Mahomes is going to be forced into doing some, cute shit that he always regrets, or seemingly regrets this season. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting game to watch. And, if the chips fall right, Justin, the Titans could be the 1 seed. I like that optimistic take. We were very pessimistic early. I even chose the 49ers, but I like that, and I'm going to cling to that as my Christmas wish this year. I got Pittsburgh on the road.
Man, that I can't believe I missed that point of Travis Kelce and Tyreek going down. Dude, that is so much production for the Chiefs that they will not have for this game. They've seemed like a few times recently they both have topped 100 yards receiving in a game, and we know what the Titans offense looks like without our top weapons. I'm not saying Mahomes is going to turn into Ryan Tannehill, turning the ball over constantly. But, he's going to have to search for some answers and hopefully get a lot of help out of the run game. It could happen. If the Titans can beat the 49ers on Thursday night, I'm going to be glued to my TV for the Bills game and this Chiefs-Steelers game. But we'll see. We shall see indeed. Oh, no. Another big-time AFC West here, Jake. 2 teams looking to sneak themselves into the playoffs. The Denver Broncos at Oakland. At Las Vegas. I'm still making that mistake. Good Lord, it's been almost a full season. Or 2 full seasons. How long have they been there?
Yeah, 2. Okay. This is their 2nd season.
I'm an old head, Jake.
That's fair.
I might start calling the Titans the Houston Oilers by mistake. In a couple decades. So
San Diego Chargers, St. Louis Rams, all that kind of stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's never gonna stop. Raiders though, excuse me, in Las Vegas now. Of course, they saved their season with a desperate win against the Browns. Didn't really look good doing it, but here they are, both teams at 7-7. Can they snag a wild card spot? And, small little prediction here, but the winner of this game is probably going to lock up one of the 6 or 7 seeds in the AFC. I don't know. I need to look at the playoff picture again, but maybe they both could make it. I don't think so, though. There's a few AFC North teams that are all going to be in the mix as well. Mm-hmm. But big, huge game. Both teams' season on the line here. I'll throw it to you. Who do you got winning this game?
You saw Teddy Bridgewater go out with that scary injury, stretchered off the field. So I don't think he's going to be playing for the Broncos. So I think it's Drew Lock coming in relief. And that alone, especially with the Raiders mounting a little bit of momentum for a playoff push, give me Las Vegas in this matchup, Justin.
Yeah, I'm already thinking Las Vegas as well. Teddy Bridgewater going down. I don't wish injury or I don't wish anything bad about Derek Carr. Look at me. I'm old again. I was about to call him David Carr, his older brother. Derek Carr. But I just want to see some Marcus Mariota heroics, honestly. Let's have Marcus come in and be a hero and lead the Raiders to a playoff berth and throw more self passes for touchdowns and all that good stuff.
I like it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think we're going to get that. Derek Carr is impressively healthy. What's the word for it?
Stability. Things you find at a store.
Yes. Well, yeah, one of those. Okay, he's available and healthy and all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to take the Raiders at home as well. It could be a close one though. I mean, there's been times when Drew Lock has looked good in games, and maybe a little change of quarterback could be a thing that could spark the offense. We've seen it happen before, where a backup can come in and kind of light a fire and provide a much needed spark. So maybe that's the thing that could happen for Denver. But hey, I like how the Raiders are playing and trending more so. So I got the Raiders as well. Let's move on. Another divisional matchup. Washington at Dallas. It seems like Washington's season is pretty much done after that loss to Philadelphia. Tough one there for them. Cowboys at home. They already haven't locked up the division. They will with a win here for sure. So I'm going to take the Cowboys at home. Take care of business. How about you?
I also like the Cowboys at home. I was cheering for the Washington football team. I liked Ron Rivera, Taylor Heineke, great story. But you kind of just saw they didn't have the gas in the tank quite this past week. And I'm going to also take Dallas at home to lock up that division.
All right. Both got Dallas. Lastly, on Monday Night Football, two teams still fighting. We got lots of 7-7s going on here in the NFL. The Dolphins at the Saints, both teams coming off wins. Dolphins are coming off like 4 or 5 wins in a row. Saints impressively shutting out Tampa Bay last week, who, if they're not in a playoff spot right now, they got to be right there because I think the Vikings do officially hold a 7th spot, but they're also 7-7. So Saints are very much alive to clinch a playoff spot, despite no starting quarterback, Jameis Winston, for the majority of the season. Sean Payton, gotta love what he's able to do with that New Orleans Saints team, able to rally despite some personnel hiccups along the way. Man, this is a big game for the Dolphins, though, dude. If they are able to take down the Saints, look out, Titans, because they're coming to town and they're going to be chomping at the bit for a win, and they could possibly clinch a playoff berth if they're able to do that. And with how the Titans are playing right now, that's very much in play. But you know what? I love how the Saints defense is playing. How can you not love that shutout? And then now you get Tua Tagovailoa coming into town with an offense that is very up and down. Tua's prone to mistakes still. And I think the Saints could give Tua and that offense a very difficult time. So I'm going to take the Saints at home here on Monday night and kind of put the nail in the coffin on the Dolphins season. A valiant effort to come back and play their way back into the playoff conversation. But I think the Saints defense, is going to shut them down. That's what I'm seeing in this game. What about you?
I'm going to take the Dolphins, man. Something about this New Orleans Saints team I don't quite trust. I don't know if it's Trevor Siemian running the show. They're getting Alvin Kamara back. Well, they have had Alvin Kamara back. Something about this Saints team doesn't scream like they can wiggle their way into the playoff picture quite like the Vikings have. Are the Saints in the playoff picture? I'm a very AFC-oriented guy as it stands, as you can tell. But anyways, I like the Dolphins on the road to keep the hot streak going. Something to watch with the Titans playing on Thursday night versus the Dolphins playing on Monday. That's like 4 extra days rest for the Titans coming into that pivotal Week 17 matchup, Justin, which we will be in attendance for. Very excited for that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I got the Dolphins on the road on Monday night.
Yes, I like it. I don't know if we've announced that yet, but not only will we be in attendance, Jake, we're going together. We're going to sit in the seats together, and we are going to cheer on our Tennessee Titans in the regular season home finale against the Miami Dolphins. We are getting ahead of ourselves, but I think I haven't run this over with you yet, though. Immediately when the game ends, I'm going to start recording us. We're going to live stream immediately from our seats the post-game recap show.
Okay, we can do that. I'm in. We'll see.
Okay,
we'll see the technical ability.
Yeah, I just thought of that idea, so it's definitely going to happen now. We gotta do things as they come to us immediately.
Yes.
All right. Well, I like this picks video. I think there's some really good games happening, and we both have pretty good picks, even though we didn't pick the same way. We have our reasons. This season is very unpredictable so far. I think that's very evident from anyone keeping track of the NFL this year. What an exciting season. And hopefully, the Titans can pick things up. When you expect them to win, they don't. We've entered that territory officially now. But when you don't expect them to win, and I feel like there's a lot of fans, even Titans fans, expecting the 49ers to come in here and give the Titans some trouble. But we do have confidence in this team's bounce back ability. So we'll see. But anyway, much of what I'm saying here should be going in the preview video. It's a little too Titans specific here. But anyway, those are our week 16 picks. A lot of different ways we went, Jake. So you could be catching up here if you do hit home on most of those. So we'll see how it goes. But man, we are in the thick of it here in the playoff race. Lots to be determined still. Gotta love NFL football in December. So we'll see how these games go, man. Excited for it.
I think that's going to do it for us, Justin. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Tighten up. Everybody have a great football weekend. Everybody have a great Christmas weekend. Everybody have a happy holidays. We will be in touch with the recap video of the San Fran game, and then also the preview video for the San Fran game is still to come. Tighten up, everybody. Peace out.
Yes.